Space exploration refers to the outer space travel for the purpose of scientific research and observation. Until 1958, space exploration was considered purely a military venture. But in 1958, the United States government launched the National Aeronautics and Space Act, NASA, to regulate all activities that pertain to space exploration.
In the 1940s, experimental rocket launches were carried out but none could reach the desired altitudes. Sputnik 1, a satellite launched by the Soviet Union on 4 October 1957, is the first unmanned mission sent to space. The satellite successfully remained in outer space for 3 months. On the 3rd of November of the same year, they subsequently sent another satellite known as Sputnik 2, which carried a dog into orbit for a week. The Americans were jealous of the Soviet Union's success, and the fact that there was a Cold War between both countries made things worse. This led to the beginning of the space race.
The space race was a period of time which brought about a massive revolution in space exploration as each country tried to outpace the other in the advancement of outer space technology and achievements. After the Soviet Union launched 2 successive satellites, the Americans were not to be outdone. They launched their first successful satellite, Explorer 1, on January 31, 1958. They followed this with the launch of Explorer 2 on the 5th of March 1958, which failed to reach orbit.
Space scientists were always looking for the possibility of sending men into outer space. After experimenting with animals, it was time for the first manned space mission. The first successful manned space mission was launched by Russia on April 12, 1961, carrying a man known as Yuri Gagarin. The spacecraft was Vostok 1, and it orbited around the Earth in 1 hour 48 minutes. 1 month later, the United States launched their first manned space mission with astronaut Alan Shepard, who managed to complete a suborbital flight. Another astronaut, John Glenn, achieved his first orbital flight on February 20, 1962. With advancement in technology in outer space exploration, it became easier and safer to launch manned missions in space. This led to an attempt to land on the moon, and that was achieved when Neil Armstrong and his crew in the Apollo 11 made a safe landing on the moon on the 20th of July 1969. Armstrong then proceeded to make the first moonwalk. This great achievement catapulted America's reputation in the space race.
Not all space missions have been successful though. There were several tragedies involving space missions, and some of them had fatal results. On the 27th of January 1967, the Apollo 1, which was also known as Apollo or Saturn 204, caught fire during its simulation launch, killing all crew members. Russia's attempt to land on the moon ended in tragedy too, when the Soyuz 1 encountered technical problems soon after its launch. The sole crew member perished as he could not repair the fault.
Still, no matter how dangerous space exploration can be, it is important for us as it concerns the future of humans. Asteroids that contain valuable materials are highly sought after. Asteroid mining, which refers to the possibility of exploiting raw materials from asteroids, could solve the problem of depleting resources on Earth. Materials needed for modern industry such as antimony, zinc, tin, silver, lead, indium, gold, and copper can be exhausted on Earth within 50 to 60 years. Mining asteroids could prevent us from running out of such materials, but its benefits do not stop there. Water and oxygen can also be found in the asteroids, and they can be used to sustain the lives of astronauts that are in outer space.
Unfortunately, mining asteroids is no easy task. Although asteroids can contain large amounts of valuable resources, the cost of extracting them and transporting them back to Earth can be greater than the profit gained from mining these materials. In order for asteroid mining to be successful, new technology must be developed to bring the cost of spaceflight down. To put the expense of transporting materials from outer space to Earth into perspective, the cost of a NASA mission to return only 60 grams of material from an asteroid to Earth will cost about $1 billion. Building infrastructure in space to process the ore mined or just processing the ore on the asteroid itself could mitigate this problem. One of the solutions to this problem could lie in asteroid mining itself. Mining hydrogen fuel from an asteroid could bring fuel costs down significantly due to the high costs of escaping Earth's gravity. Asteroids that contain water can also be used as fuel by converting it to hydrogen using solar energy.
Another reason for missions to outer space is to look for signs of life on other planets. If found, the information is very valuable and it is beneficial to scientific research. Searching for alien life on Earth-like planets has led to the building of multiple telescopes to look for them. NASA's Kepler Space Telescope has revolutionized the study of alien worlds after its launch in 2009. Over the next decade, the European Space Agency and NASA aim to launch a handful of spacecraft that is able to discover thousands of other planets. These future missions are following in the footsteps of Kepler, whose observations have revealed that the Milky Way consists of many other alien planets. The Space Telescope has spotted 3,500 planet candidates. Only 167 have been confirmed by follow-up observations, but mission scientists expect 90% of them to be real planets.
To put it simply, exoplanets are planets outside our solar system that orbit another star. The idea of searching for exoplanets came about when Captain W.S. Jacob of the East India Observatory in Madras was observing the binary star 70 of Fuji. While studying the star's brightness, he noticed that there was a periodic dip in the light level. Subsequent calculations suggested that only the reason why the periodic dip in the light level could only be caused by a planet orbiting the stars. Sadly, it was a false alarm for Jacob. What he saw was not an exoplanet, but amid the false sighting of exoplanets came the first concrete evidence that there might be worlds outside our very own system. This discovery changed the way scientists looked at the universe and offered the first evidence that exoplanets could really exist.
Modern space exploration is reaching areas once only dreamed of. Mars is a main focal point of modern space exploration, and the manned Mars exploration is a long-term goal of the United States. In addition, the concept of space tourism has opened up an opportunity for wealthy individuals to travel into outer space for leisure. One of the companies that is hoping to cash in on such an industry is Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic offers suborbital space flights and may offer orbital human space flights in the future as well. Currently, the prices for a ticket are extremely expensive, at $25,000 per person.
While it may not be obvious, space exploration has an effect on our everyday lives. There are many inventions made by NASA that we come into contact with every day. Surprisingly, space exploration has led to the invention of scratch-resistant lenses. NASA was originally trying to make a special coating to protect equipment from the dust particles in space. This special coating made plastics coated with it 10 times more resistant to scratches. A sunglasses manufacturer recognized the opportunity and licensed the technology for their products. This is not the only thing NASA has invented to make our lives better. NASA has made treating diabetes easier, thanks to a team of researchers working on the Mars Viking spacecraft, who were prompted by the need to find a new way to monitor the astronauts' health. As a result of similar research, medical experts created implanted devices that can monitor a person's blood sugar levels and send signals to release insulin into his or her body when needed. NASA also had to ensure that the astronauts have access to clean water, even though they are miles away from the Earth's surface. These issues spurred the agency to work with Umpqua Research Company to craft filter cartridges that use iodine to clean water supplies from the shuttles in the 1970s. As a result, new water filtering technology was created.
In a nutshell, space exploration is beneficial to humans. If explorers find a planet suitable for humans to survive on, colonization can then occur. Space exploration also causes new technology to be developed that can be useful on Earth. Not only that, Looking for signs of life on the exoplanets can help with scientific research. Asteroid mining for raw materials to be used by humans is vital as our natural resources are gradually running out. The list of benefits does not stop there, and neither will space exploration.